Hi guys, so this is just going to be like a quick sort of video of me talking. I know I mentioned a couple of videos ago that I was making like a 6-part series kind of about fast fashion and those issues. I am still working on that. I do still have all of my ideas like written down and ready to go, but I just want to research it a little bit more before I continue making those videos, and then I will continue on those. But that is still definitely a topic, and you'll see in a couple of my coming videos, it's still a theme that I care about and I'm going to continue talking about. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you click the subscribe button below, give this a thumbs up, and leave a comment if you can. What I'm going to be talking about today is just like a little PSA about coronavirus and like kind of how people are treating each other and things like that. And then I will also tie that into why I've been making like less shoeboxes lately and posting those on my channel, but I will be doing more of those. If that's something that you come to my channel for, the shoeboxes and charity thing, that's definitely not going away, and it's going to continue through shoeboxes and a lot of other things that I am posting, as you see. But anyway, so I have noticed that a lot of people, especially on social media, are like treating people badly because of their views on the coronavirus. Like if people don't agree with like where it came from, or like whether your state or country should be closed down, or whether or not you should shame someone for wearing a face mask or not wearing a face mask or whatever. And then people are also disagreeing a lot about like how serious it actually is or is not. And from my perspective, this is like, it's a brand new disease, right? And scientists need way more than like 6 months to study a brand new disease. Honestly, sometimes that stuff takes years. And we're kind of like living through history. The last pandemic, the 1918 Spanish flu, areas were actually shut down during that. And it did take a while. It just seems a little, I guess, it seems a little different because you weren't living through it, and because things weren't, the economy wasn't as global, and it was just different times. But like we're going through this pandemic now in 2020, and maybe eventually in another 100 years there's going to be another one, and there's going to be even more different economic type of impacts from it. So it's just kind of a thing that we're living through, and I don't think people really realize that. Everyone's just so freaked out about their jobs, which I totally understand, and I am so lucky that I do get to work from home during this time. I understand that there are concerns, but I mean, just gotta hang tight. And so right now I'm just gonna kind of read off this little PSA that I wrote and I posted on Facebook and my Instagram. And I think I wrote it really well, so I am mostly just gonna like read it instead of trying to summarize it, because I just feel like people need to understand that the disease impacts different people differently. Being quarantined impacts different people differently. Some people, unfortunately, are stuck at home with like abusive parents or abusive partners. And so being quarantined for me is like super awesome because I'm super introverted and I really like having an excuse to not do anything. But I understand that for some people, this is like absolute misery. So I wish people took the time to like see both sides of things. So anyway, this is what I wrote. This is PSA. I can't believe I need to say this, but it's perfectly okay to feel or react to a situation however you want. Stress-provoking situations such as COVID or other major life events don't have a one-size-fits-all reaction. We agree that our biology and life experiences are all different, right? We aren't all the same height, weight, hair, and eye color, right? That's because we have different biology and different life experiences. Same goes for the brain. It has developed based on your personal biology and experiences. Some people feel anxious or stressed during events that you may not feel anxious or stressed at, and vice versa. Some people feel sad or happy at different times. Some people prefer to be alone. Some people like company. Also, these feelings can develop over time. For example, I sat in my desk and cried when I had to give an oral presentation as a kid. It was so bad. Maybe more on that later. As an adult, I'll talk in front of everyone. So before you tell someone how they should feel or react, take the word should out of your vocabulary. That's literally like one of the most toxic words. Rephrase your sentence to not use the word should. There is no right, should, or wrong way to feel ever. Because when people use the word should, they're implying that that is the right way. The thing they think that you should do is what they think is right, if that makes sense. But it might not be what you should do. That might not be the best thing for you. So I think people need to realize that. Yeah, so I wrote this, I also added like PS. I wrote this with no one in mind, just a commentary on the state of the world in social media. However, if you feel personally attacked, then check yourself because you're probably guilty. And I really mean that. It's just so much negativity. Like I deleted the Facebook app from my phone. Well, I removed it from my phone, but I don't think you can completely delete it on smartphones. But anyway, I just couldn't really take the negativity. So adding on to that, as far as the coronavirus and like going to stores and going shopping, I really haven't been out very much. I have gone to the grocery store like maybe once a week, and I really haven't done anything else. I've gone for like a walk around my neighborhood. So I feel, and I also wear masks when I go out. And I feel personally like that's just what I think is the appropriate way for me to handle and react and deal with this situation. And because of that, like when I go into a store, I feel like I need to go in, get my essential items, like my groceries, and get out. And I feel really awkward and kind of a little bit inappropriate, like browsing the toy sections and stuff. Like, I really like to do that when I'm shopping for Operation Christmas Child and the shoe boxes. I spend a lot of times in the aisles, and I put a lot of items in my shopping basket, and I just don't feel it's like really appropriate for me right now, especially because I live in an area that is kind of considered like a hot zone. I just don't feel like browsing a store is a really appropriate thing for me to be doing at this time. So that's why I haven't bought any additional items to make shoe boxes. I do have quite a bit of items like in my storage, and I could probably like start making shoe boxes, but I would need to go and get like a wow item to go along and complete the box, or maybe get a couple things to complete the box. So like on my own off this channel, I might just like start a couple boxes, and then when I feel it's appropriate for me to be browsing toy aisles, then I will get that couple items to complete each box and then maybe post those. But just wanted to give you an update, you know, talk a little bit about how we feel like I did about coronavirus, and how I think people just need to be a little bit more open in that their feelings are not the only feelings, and that their feelings are not like the same as everyone else's. And then also just explain why I haven't posted any shoebox videos, but I am trying to do some other, as you see, like book reviews and stuff, some other like charitable topic videos. So I hope you're enjoying those. Again, please give this please click the subscribe button if you haven't, because I really like talking to people in comments. The more people that there are subscribed, I'm assuming there are more people for me to talk to in comments. And give this a thumbs up and leave a comment if you can, and I look forward to hearing from you.